you submit the code, then now you fill out this part. Okay, you fill out this part. I don't need to create an account because I'm not going to use it. You create your password and everything. Then when you create your password and everything, you go into the system. I'm just going to log in with someone's phone so that I show you. You go into the system. First of all, you have to fill out your details. Like with this person, I filled out the mailing address. The mailing address is usually when they evaluate your transcripts, they send you a copy. Okay. So when they want to send it outside Ghana, it's going to be like outside the US to Ghana or other places, it's going to be expensive. The shipping fee is going to be expensive. So I like to use my address so that they send it to me and I can take pictures and send it to the person. But you are going to fill out all these parts, your password, where you were born, all those kind of things. Then they are going to ask you where you need to send the evaluation. So where you need to send the evaluation. So let me go to
Yeah.
modify order.
Hello, Douglas. Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, can you please take that bit again where you use your address and what that actually addresses? Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So when you let me just create the accounts with this one. Let me just start with this so that we can use this one to go through the process. So sorry. Let's say December 19, 2000. No password. Let me just put in something. So I've created the account now. Let's see. No. Please let me do this again. I think because I logged in with the other one, so it
Okay.
didn't create, it didn't create the account. Mm. 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 Okay. So when you create the account, you do your email, your password, everything. This what comes up. Then it's just what did you hear about us and all those kind of thing. Um, select your gender, country code. Let's see. Yeah. So the first part is what you need your evaluation for. So people use it for different things. Okay. We need it for education. So it's going to be education. What level are you pursuing? Of course, it's going to be graduate admissions. Then we go to the next. This where they ask you the credential you've earned. The credential here is talking about your diploma and all those things. So you start by entering it. So you look for Ghana, then the type of education. So if you attended university, it's going to be higher education, not polytechnic, not secondary or any of that. Higher education. Then you enter the name of the place. Let's say Kwame Nkrumah University. If you went to UHAS, University of Health, I think it's Health and Allied Sciences. Yeah, it's also here. You just enter that. The name of the diploma, let's say Bachelor of Science. So you can choose Bachelor of Science in Nursing, anyone. But if it's just Bachelor of Science, you can choose that. Then later on, you add any other thing. So your first given name is Ama. What we did, the same thing we did over there again. Field of study, we said nursing, so it's going to be nursing. The year that you got your bachelor's, let's say 2020, and the years you attended. So the years you attended is from level 100. Which year did you enter in level 100? And which year did you complete? So 2020, I'll say I entered in 2015 because mostly we enter at the later part of 2015, then we complete in 2020. So that's how it's going to be. Then you save it. So when you're done with this, if you have more than one degree, let's say you have a bachelor's and you have a diploma, you can still go ahead and enter all of them. Okay, you can still go ahead and enter all of them. It's the same amount. If you have 3, 4, 5, 10, please go ahead, enter all of them. They will evaluate it the same way for you. I'm coming. Let me reply Elta. The link. Okay, she has joined. So if you have, as I'm saying, if you have diploma, you enter it. If you have degree, you enter all of them. Then from here, you move to next. That's where you enter your address. So the address that I'm talking about here is that when WES evaluates your transcripts, usually they send you a copy, like your personal copy, in the form of a paper copy. So they usually need an address where they can send it to. The time I was doing my own, I didn't know that sending it to Ghana will cost extra. So I made my address, like I used my Ghana address instead of using somebody who was here's address to do that. So what I usually tell people is that if you still want your personal copy, then you can use an address. If there's somebody here, you use their address. So they are going to get the copy on your behalf, and then they can take pictures and send it to you. It's just a personal copy. You don't, you can send it to the embassy when you're going for your visa interview, but you can't send it to a school. Okay, you can't send it to a school because it's just your personal copy. So this is where the address comes in. You can choose to do Ghana. Just know that you are going to pay extra for that. But then if you use this place, it's all part of the fees that you use. So let's say I'm doing it for Divine, and Divine uses my address, which is US. Here, it's just going to be this way. So you see, if you want to use it, delivery to the US is going to be 13. But then if you use Ghana, it's going to be international plus the international charges in addition to that, which is going to be more expensive. So let's save that. Usually I don't add additional copies to myself. And also at this point, we don't know the school we are applying to. But let's say that we know we are applying to a particular school. You can add their address here, which is you just search the name of the school. So I'm searching for this school, this one. Then you look at the department you want to send to. So let's say College of Nursing. Then delivery method, it could be standard, it could be or any of them, the one you think you can afford. Then you add the recipient. Then the next thing would be like you have to choose which one you are going for. And most of the time, every school is going to tell you to select the ICAP, West ICAP. So let's select that and then move on to the next one. So this is where I need to do a lot of explanation. So there are two ways to send your transcript over. The first one is to contact your school. Let's say you went to UHAS. You contact UHAS that this is my West ID. I need you to send my transcripts. So UHAS will take your West ID. They will prepare your transcripts and everything. Then they will mail it to West. Or what you can do is that you can give your West ID to UHAS. They prepare everything. You go for it. Then you mail it over to West. Or the third option is that you give your West ID to UHAS. Then they will send it as an email. The email is simple. I will put it in the group. In case your school can send it through email, they just send it email. That one is just within minutes. West will have access to it. So this, like how to send it, their mailing address and everything is here. Now, usually when it comes to the payment, you need to get your West ID. And to get that, you need to make payment first. But there's a way to go about it so that you have your West ID. You have your West ID before you make payment. So maybe you want to send the money over to somebody here, or you want someone here to pay for you, or you need your West ID first. It's simple. Don't choose debit card or credit card. Just go to Western Union, submit, and then they are going to generate your West ID for you. So this is your reference ID 7021948. So you take this
Wow.
number, you give it to your school. Then your school will send the transcript over to them. Then your school is going to send the transcripts over to them. Then later on, you can go back and pay. If you want to pay with card or anything, you can go back and pay. It's just to generate the number. Some people would wait to make payments, like you don't have the money now, but you want to also go through the process. You want to, your school may delay, so you need the West ID so that you go through that. You just go to Western Union. They are going to give you your West ID. Then you can make the payment. Sorry, you can make the payment later. But until you make the payment, they are not going to evaluate your transcripts. Okay. So this is just a bit of it. When you come here, you can upload your resume. You can also upload your degree transcript, like your personal copy, the personal copy of your transcripts. If you have them, you can upload it into the system, but they are not going to use that. It's considered unofficial transcripts. It's going to be on their system. So when the official one comes, they compare, then they start evaluating it. But if you want to upload, you can upload your CV, you can upload your unofficial transcripts and all that. So when you go through this process, and let's assume that everything has gone through, I'm just going to use my own yes. I'm looking for my name. Okay. So I'm done with my evaluation. Okay, so If I want to see a copy of my evaluation, I'll just go to view electronic reports and it's going to generate it for me. I can download it. But they'll still tell you that it's unofficial, not official, you see. They'll put it that it's not official and they've evaluated everything for you, for me over here. So basically, like that's how to go about it. Any questions at this point?
Oh, my dear, my sister brother, my small brother's not feeling well.
Please, any question?
Thank you very much, Douglas.
Okay.
Mine will just be an appreciation because I started the process and I go to the payment section and then I got confused, so I stopped them. So today I've gotten some enlightenment that I can even generate my West code without paying. And then the bit of address, I think, yes, I would have to use the US address so that I can also reduce my costs. Yeah, I was going to open mine so that maybe I practically talk to even the amount. But I think all that you have said is in place, and thank you very much. Yeah.
Okay. So the next thing will be if you want if your school can send your transcript as if they want to send the transcript as email instead of doing the courier services and all those things, I'm going to put the email in the chat. You can give them that. So you give them this one plus your West reference ID, then they will send it to them like that. So there's no need to do mailing and all those headers. Like you just skip them. If they can send it, they can send it to submit@west.org. It's in the group. I also put it's in the chat. I also put it in the group as well. So when we are done with this, the next step, I think for almost everyone, I think except for Janu, that have not seen your CV. I've not seen Janu's CV. So I'm just going to show you how a CV academic CV should look like. Everybody else has it like that. So everything on academic CV should be academic, as the word says. You don't need to put your date of birth there. You don't need to put your picture there. You don't need to add references to your CV. What else? You don't need to make colors or anything. It should just be white and black. It should talk about your experiences, your professional experience, your educational background, your skills, and if you have papers or you've written papers, you talk about that. If you've attended conferences, you talk about them. Those are the things that's needed. No date of birth, no picture, no references, no marital status. Those things they don't need to know those about you. So first you should start with your name, your address, your phone number, your email address. And please, the email address, sometimes when you write your email address, let's say when you write it, it becomes blue. This is like a link. So please try and remove the link. I'm just going over it for Janu's sake. So you remove the link from there so that it becomes black and white. You don't need to make any link over your email. Then, because it's academic, we need to add a bit of touch to it. So like research interest. Every school you are applying to, you may have to tweak your CV to fit the school and the program you're applying to. So for example, if you're applying for nursing in University of Alabama, and you're also applying for nursing at University of Georgia, let's say in University of Alabama, you want to a professor you've talked to and you've seen their research is into nutrition, nutrition, malnutrition, and all that, then your research interest, which is this top one, is going to talk more about nutrition related topics. And you have to list them. So let's say nutrition among children, pregnant, lactation nutrition, anything about nutrition, that's what you're going to talk about. Then let's say for University of Georgia, you've met a professor there who is looking at mental health. Then your research interest would be around mental health, anything mental health and all that. So that's like the tricky part for that. Then the name of your university, the certificate, your thesis or your project work. If you did a project work, you do that. And you list some courses that you